Russia continues to bombard Ukraine's second-largest city in a major offensive in the northeast, aided by retrofitted Soviet-era glide bombs. Ukrainian officials say the latest strike on a biscuit factory killed one person and injured 10 others. Workers at the plant say the constant Russian onslaught won't drive them away from their city.
We are a business that produces food. What Russia's doing is just horror, plain and simple. But they won't manage to scare people into fleeing.
Kyiv says this is the confronting reality of Russia's glide bomb attacks. The Kharkiv regional prosecutor has released security camera footage showing the moment a hardware store was targeted over the weekend. At least 18 people were killed and dozens of others injured. Glide bombs contributed to the fall of the strategic city of Adiivka in February, and now they're being used daily in the assault on Kharkiv, which lies 40 kilometres from the Russian border. They've become one of Moscow's most effective weapons. They're relatively cheap to make and generally start out as old-fashioned dumb bombs, fitted with wing kits and satellite navigation guidance systems to give them smart precision. Instead of being dropped from directly over their target, their pop-out wings allow them to glide up to 70 kilometres at high speeds. They can carry explosives of up to 500 kilograms and leave large craters in their wake. The President, Volodymyr Zelenskyy, says Kyiv urgently needs more Patriot air defence systems to counter the threat.
The main problem we have today, Russia now uses more than 3,000 guided aerial bombs monthly against our people, per month. We believe it may be 3,500 missiles next month. This month, 3,200. Thousands of bombs over people's heads. Nobody, regardless of what weapons or preparation you have, people are not able to bear this.
Spain has answered Ukraine's call as Mr Zelenskyy presses European leaders for more military support. He signed a bilateral security agreement with the Spanish Prime Minister, Pedro Sánchez, worth $1.6 billion.
We are sending the Patriot missiles, and we are preparing to send another batch of Leopard tanks to Ukraine, and above all the ammunition needed by the armed forces. In any case, we are going to continue to work with the President and his team to find out how else we can guarantee and support the air security in Ukraine.
Right now, Ukraine has limited manpower and artillery while it waits for US military aid. But even with the right weapons, Ukraine faces restrictions in how it can defend against the cross-border attacks. The US won't allow Ukraine to fire its artillery shells into Russian territory. But NATO's Secretary-General says alliance members should rethink how Kyiv can use those weapons.
We need to consider those national restrictions, especially in light of the nature of the fighting now taking place in the Kharkiv region, where the Russians can be protected by the national border, which is more or less the same as the front line.